Whew. Hey everybody, taking a minute to cool off. It's getting pretty hot. I've been busting butt moving things around. I got a whole section done that I didn't even think I was going to get to yet, so I'm doing good. A little while ago, something came up. I don't need to tell the whole story, but let's just say my intuition and discernment are on point. What I thought was going to happen did happen. And now I have to stand on a decision that I made. I said there would be consequences for something to happen. It happened, and now I need to stand on that. And ironically, I do not regret. Sometimes when you make a statement and you're forced to back it up, sometimes there's a regret. And I will admit there was a little pain, but it's already over with. I'm already past it. Um, but yeah, I'm done waiting around and holding open doors for people that are playing games. I'm just not in a place anymore where I'm willing to do that, especially at the cost, because that was a pretty heavy cost. This past week was dangerously close to history repeating itself. Um, and that was all just for what? For one individual uh, to get their kicks? Yeah, I'm not willing to fill that position anymore. I am no longer interested. I was really hoping that, somebody else would break this cycle, but since it has to be me, because let me tell you, these last couple weeks with everything going on, I've done a lot of soul searching, a lot of double thinking about how the last few years have gone. And things definitely need to change. And they're only going to change for the better if I, change them the right way. So that's what I'm going to do. But you have to have your integrity. You have to be a person of your word. You have to speak truth. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Some people play these games where they say the opposite of what they mean, thinking somebody's going to have a certain reaction. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Sorry. Just took a moment to contrast in my mind, the last conversation I had with this individual and the last conversation I had with somebody who's coming to visit. And it's a world of difference in how they choose to treat me, speak to me, and hear me. And I am done holding on to things that hurt me. I really am. I'm over it. I've been through enough. But yeah, integrity is important. It's very important. Um, you can't be a person of God without it. God's all about integrity. You got to be the same person behind closed doors that you're out in public. That's what integrity is. Integrity is words matching actions. Integrity is thinking of others and how your actions could affect them. It's time that I started associating myself with people that have integrity. Because I haven't had much of that in my circle in a while, and it has affected me. And again, I take accountability because these are the people I chose, and that means I was the same way. And I can openly admit that. I had very little integrity. I mean, I still had some because it is part of my core system, but it dwindled to a point that I got very uncomfortable with, and I needed to course correct. So that's what's happening now. That's what I've been working on these past couple weeks is, getting in the Word, building myself stronger. And it's nice to see that it is paying off. I mean, mentally, just a few days ago, I was in a very, very horrible place. And now I feel strong, solid, determined, empowered. And that's what I want in my future. So that's what I have to chase. I have to let go and quit chasing things that aren't good for me. That's my accountability. That's my lesson learned in all this experience. It's coming. I keep looking. It's getting more and more wide open. I'm loving it. I can't wait till it's finished. I'm actually working on the area now that's going to be my workstation for the Bible study. So I just cleaned up the whole area and straightened it up. It just took me till just now to get the last of the plastic down from winter. Not counting, what's behind me, but everything that direction is done. I'm not sure if I'm taking down what's behind me. I haven't decided yet. But again, that's another great example. Once you make the decision, once you say this is the action you're going to take, that is the action that you have to take. That's what integrity is. Unless there's a very good reason, But then you should have used your discernment ahead of time. That's why you have to be very careful about making promises that you're not going to keep. Because again, that's all part of it. When I said that last goodbye, I meant it. I know I'm trailing off. It's getting warmer and warmer, and I know tomorrow's going to be bad, so I'm trying to get as much done today as possible. Although I think it's about time to take a little break and wait for nightfall to get some more done. And again, part of integrity is discipline. You have to be disciplined. I want to get this project done. I'm focusing on it. I'm getting it done. I don't even need to block people anymore because I have the discipline. There's nothing left to say. There's no words left to exchange. The actions have done that. The choice was made. And I did everything I could to stop it. And it is what it is. As I was cleaning up the area, I was getting really excited thinking about. Part of it was I had to take apart a shelf that I had already had put together over there that already had some reference materials on it for the Bible studies. And when I was pulling, things off the shelf to move it, oh, excuse me, oh, this heat. I was getting ideas. I thumbed through a few. Some things kind of stood out. So I've got, handfuls of ideas of how to move forward. And that's another thing that's kind of putting pep in my step to work hard and get this done. I mean, as you can see, I'm sweating pretty good. For health reasons, I do need to take a little break. That's what I'm doing now. That's the only reason I stopped. And that's why I'm kind of pausing with you guys, because I really, want to get the message clear. If you want better for your life, if you want your life to change, again, discipline, integrity. They are your best tools if you want to really change your life for the better. Forgive me. Whew. That's what happens when you start getting up at 4 a.m. again and then running in the heat. I remember back in the days when I was, climbing heavy equipment, sandblasting, doing all kinds of stuff in this kind of weather. And, in all honesty, I miss working hard, but I don't miss that stuff. I do miss working for a living, but, I also know for health reasons I can't do the things that I used to do. But that's okay, because doors are opening. Now that I'm kind of getting myself more on track, I'm qualified for other things that I can still do. So, once my time here is done doing what I'm doing now, that is the plan. I'm going to have myself set up because the things I'm doing with my time right now kind of don't allow for it. But it'll come. Everything in God's time. He's never too early, never too late. That's something I've been struggling with lately, is that timing, even though it's been proven to me over and over. I've heard the things that I need to hear to let me be okay. Alright, we're about at the mark, so I'm going to let this one wrap up. But take care of yourself. Try and take care of each other. I'll catch you in the next one.